Well, this experience I had recently brought to mind a story that was discussed when I was in Sunday school. It was the man being healed at the pool of Bethsaida, where there were 5 porches, we were told. And the Sunday school teacher said that Christians aren't to interpret that as spiritually. So the 5 porches represented his 5 material senses. And when Jesus picked him out for healing, he explained that he tried to be healed, but every time he tried to get to the pool, someone else got there before him. But we understand it that Jesus, with his foresight, could see there was something else holding him back, and that was his material senses were preventing his healing. And I related this to this experience I had. I was driving to a meeting, and suddenly my car made a terrible noise and began to lurch forward. It was in quite a busy shopping area. I pulled over to the side, and I saw that the right front tire was totally flat. It was right on the rim. I felt immediately a sense of frustration, irritation, and impatience. Why did this have to happen? And then I started looking for my BCAA card, and I couldn't find that, which made me feel more frustrated. Then I realized I had to get my thoughts in another direction. I was allowing my senses, material senses, to take control. And I just quietly sat and thought, love is all around. And at that moment, a lady who had come out of her shop when she heard the noise walked up to me, and she could see the problem, and she expressed such kindness and consideration. She said, look, I own this shop here, come in there, and you can phone anywhere you need to phone for help. So I thanked her and explained the situation, that I couldn't find my BCAA card, and she wouldn't even let me phone. She insisted I sit down. And she made the call and explained what had happened, and gave my numbers from my driver's license, which I'd given her. They checked that up and found that I was a member, and they said, no problem, they'd be there within 30 minutes. So she very lovingly said, well, let's have a cup of tea while we're waiting, which we did, and we had a very insightful chat about things. And then they came earlier than that, as it happened. So I started driving, and the young man fixed it up, said I needed a new tire. So he put the replacement on, and I decided I would still go to the meeting, although I'd be about 15 minutes late. And afterwards I would just call it our local service station, find out about buying a new tire. While I was driving, the thought out of the blue just came to me, go to Canadian Tire. I don't know why, because it was a long way out of my way. So I decided after the meeting I would go to Canadian Tire, which I did. When I got there and I explained to the person there what had happened, he said in a very joyful voice, oh, I remember you. He said, you bought your tires here. So I said, no, I didn't. I said, I bought my car from the dealership, maybe the person who owned it before me. He said, I said, I don't recall it. So he said, yes, you did. He said, I definitely remember you. And then it came back to me that I had bought my tires there. I couldn't remember when it was. It seemed ages ago. I didn't know when I'd actually bought the car. But I remember just after buying it, when it went for servicing, I was told it needed new tires. So then this man said, and what's more, and he looked up his record, he said, they're still under guarantee, so you won't have to pay for the tire. And this was the most wonderful revelation, because that was one thing that was at the back of my mind, was, oh dear, now what's this going to cost? because I'd had other expenses with the car. And there it was, I realized my complete turnaround and my change from being irritated and impatient and frustrated, just to relax here and accept that love was all around and love was expressed in every way.